What is going on, fellas, and welcome back to Hungary for Success with me, FoggyPlays, on FM21. Today we're taking on Dynamo Kyiv in the second leg of the Europa League quarter-finals. The Dynamo Kyiv team that beat Tottenham in the last round, might I remind you. And we're going to be taking on Honved in the league, where potentially, I think, if my maths is correct, which it probably isn't, because I'm the big dumb, we could win the league. Potentially. So those are the two games for today's episode. If you do go on to enjoy it, make sure to like and subscribe. We are trying to get 400 or 500 subscribers before the end of the month. Now let's get into the video. Right, fellas, so since you were here last, I've actually hidden the Dynamo Kyiv result just so you can't see it in advance. We played and beat Pax in the league. Then we beat VAC 6-0 in the Hungarian Cup quarter final, and we unfortunately really rather poorly drew with the scootR in the league, which was quite disappointing. We were definitely the better team, just we didn't have a full strength team out. We were quite tired after the PAX and VAC game, so a lot of the players didn't actually appear in this one. Yeah, because a lot of our players were just needing a bit of a rest. And then the second game against VAC, we beat them 2-1 to go through 8-1 on aggregate. As you can see, though, Cesar Becker, the guy who literally just arrived, like, I think he played in the VAC game as well. He arrived, he signed his deal just before the first game against VAC. We'd Mitrev playing, Benko, Kovic. Like, a lot of these players aren't normal first team players, but they got their opportunity in the second leg and we still won. So our defense was 35 combined age, I think. So, quite a young squad. We did have an awful lot of players away on international duty as well, which kind of made life a little bit harder for us. And then the most recent game, we beat Kishverda. Well, in the most recent game that you can see, we beat Kishverda. Grodem scored twice, which was fantastic. Vlek scored an absolute screamer of a goal. As you can see, Bartek scored against VAC and scootR game after game, which was fantastic. Scored one of those, or the goal against VAC was an absolute worldly of a goal. But as you can see, we beat Dynamo Kyiv at home 2-0 as well. Grodem and Carlsberg both scoring. Carlsberg, unfortunately, missed a penalty. If I'm not mistaken, he missed 2 penalties in this game. No, just the one. I feel like he missed a penalty somewhere else. And we also went and beat Haladas 2-1. 3-1. Quite comfortable. Don't have to worry too much. We have a couple of transfers pre-arranged for next season. We're not going to worry about them just yet, though. This is how we're lining up against Dynamo Kyiv. As you can see, they've got some pretty decent players. Iona Radu in goal. Sergio Roberto as their right back. Daniel James, Origi. They have a pretty decent team. So they're not a team to be sniffed at. But we're in pretty good form. I never showed you the league, how the league is getting on. We've, like I said, almost completely guaranteed to win the league. It would be mega bottle job if we don't do it by now, or if we don't do it now, because we are 11 points clear. Should be quite comfortable. But like I said, though, we are taking on Dynamo Kyiv. We are going to be traveling away from home today, though, so it could be a more difficult game than anticipated. So we're starting with Werner on goal, Bartek and Maputa as our wingbacks, Hidalgo and Stepanenko as our central defence, Kosaric and Zamorano as our central midfield, Savic and Carlsberg as the wide men, Ivankovic and Grodem starting up front. As you can see, Carlsberg 38 goals, Grodem 24, Mandira 35. Mandira's in terrible form though. We do have some players. Actually, no, we don't. Mora is the only one that's unavailable that would play. He's still a long time away from being fit enough to play. We have been giving Christian Perez a lot of games of late in the league. Well, I think he's played the last 2 league games. I think he played one of the games against VAC, potentially, or did Werner play both? Anyway, we've been in pretty decent form, I would say. I'm gonna tell him, yeah, go and carry on straight from where you left off that last game. I'm gonna say I have faith in you to score some goals. If Carlsberg plays the way he's been playing recently, this will be a comfortable win, and they have changed their formation quite a lot, going for a very, very narrow midfield, two DMs, two central midfielders. The first leg we were quite the dominant force. I think we had 30 something shots. It was like 34 shots. Origi's offside. Okay. Yeah, we had like 35 shots, like 19 on target or something. So the fact we only won by 2 was a smidgen disappointing. But their goalkeeper was an absolute hella good form. I think he had like a 7.8 or something. It was insane. Hidalgo puts the ball in the back of the net. That's the first time he has scored in so very long. He's been just blasting those over recently, and I've not been enjoying it. But this one, fantastic. Oh, beautiful. 4 minutes in, or 5 minutes in. 4 minutes in, we have taken the lead on the night and added to our lead on aggregate. Werner with the goal kick 15 minutes in. Can't quite find a Dorogi player, but the header from the defender finds Bartek, who has been so very good since he arrived, since he settled in. Bartek gets it across, Carlsberg hit the crossbar, and Zabarani, yeah, unfortunately, just goes in off him. That was a little bit unfortunate. That was a lot more than a little unfortunate. He slides in. I'm not 100% sure what he was attempting to do there, but we'll take it. That was less than ideal for him, I would imagine. I feel like this formation has left their strikers pretty much just like by themselves. Bartek clears the ball off the line for some reason, playing on the left side of defence there, even though he's our right back. The own goal for Zabrani has dropped into a 6.3. I imagine he's going to be taken off in the not too distant future, because they've conceded 2. He's scored one of those 2 for us. I feel like it's not an ideal situation for him. Savic could have taken that down. I feel like he should have. And okay, that one does stand. Sergio Roberto puts Besedin through. Besedin puts it in the back of the net, and we are going to go in at half time. 2-1 ahead we are. Very pleased. Keep it going, lads. Kosaric not having a great game. Savic not having a great game. Both my strikers are struggling. We'll see where we go from here. We have had one international game with Hungary since you were here last. It was against Kazakhstan in the Euro qualifiers. Oh, Werner, beautiful save. Played against Kazakhstan. We were shocking for the first half. I shouted at the players, and we ended up winning 3-0. But the players are actually starting to, want to play for me, which is quite a nice change. Because when I arrived, they weren't huge fans of me. And that was a shocking pass by their defender. Grodin puts it through Carlsberg. You've got to be kidding me. How did he? Oh, that was so unlucky. Carlsberg is just not having a good day today. I think my chair might be sinking. Bartek finds Ivankovic, who has recently come to me and said he wants to play as an advanced forward because I did promise him that in the contract. Oh, what a goal by Kosaric. Oh, that was an absolute beautiful volley. And this is why he's a fantastic player to have. He's playing a 6.4. It's been absolutely non-existent in the game so far from what we've seen, and he just decanios it into the back of the net from outside the box. They took off the other centre-back. Interesting tactic. Let's see if it works out for them. Carlsberg can't find a player, but Shaparenko looks like he handled the ball. Yeah, did handle it. Carlsberg has missed so many penalties this year. He's going to miss this one. Nope, scores it. The one he missed in the first leg. not even remotely close to going into the back of the net. Like, it was really, really bad. It was John Terry bad. But this one, he does manage to get into the back of the net. We are 6-1 up on aggregate. They now need to score 6 more goals to go through, and I hope that we don't score. That's their centre back. That's a centre back who's just done that. His first ever goal for Dynamo Kyiv, obviously. But still, like, who Carlsberg, why didn't you like do something? Is he not a centre back? I'm pretty sure he's a centre back. Ivankovic gets it to Kosovic. Oh, it's just past the post. Show. I thought he was a centre back. He played at centre back in the last game. Have I broken the game? No. Yes, he is a centre back, and he hits an absolute screamer like that. Jeez, that's madness. That's madness. We're going to make a couple of changes now. Savic is playing horrendously, so we're going to bring on Versace. Yeah, going to bring on Versace, and what else do we have? Grodum can come off for Madeira. See if he can get himself a goal. Yeah, play him as a poacher. I want to see what he can do. Allah. Oh. 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 Alright, so that gets one player who's not playing overly well, one tired player off the pitch. We still have Carlsberg running around, but we'll see what we can do with him in a minute. Katadali. Oh, that was not good. Goalkeeping. 10 minutes remaining. They need to score 4. They need to score 4 goals in 10 minutes. I don't think they're going to do it. They did just bring on Luka Biakwa though. So hopefully we can continue. Versace runs down, gets it to Ivanovic, and Ivanovic puts it behind, or has his shot saved by the goalkeeper. Versace with the corner, whips it in. That was quite the acrobatic, quite the acrobatic clearance by one of their defenders, who I think picked up an injury by doing it. We are going to take off Zamorano because he's not playing well. Bring on Oriola to play in his position. Oriola did score in the last game he played, but didn't quite have enough about him today for us to start him. We do win 4-3 away from home, 6-3 on aggregate. That was a fantastic performance. Well done, lads. Just going to skip that. Let my assistant deal with it. Bodo Glimt have knocked out Monaco. Wow. Leon did knock out Young Boys, and Arsenal absolutely demolish Porto 7-0. 5-0 at home, 2-0 away from home. They've just made them look like fools. So now we have to go and play Arsenal. And the winner, Dorogi versus Arsenal in one semi-final, Bodo Glimt and Leon in the other final. We're massive underdogs, definitely, without a doubt. So we're going to be back in just a second for the game against Haladas. Or Haladas? No, Honved. We'll come back for Honved in just a second. So don't go anywhere. Could be the game that seals us our 4th division or 4th league title in a row. Right, fellas. So we are actually coming back for PEX instead of the Honved game because I never stopped recording after the last part of the episode and then hit what I thought was start record but was stop record. So but the league game was 1-0. We didn't win the league anyway, so didn't make a difference. And then we went and drew 4-4 against them in the cup. Yeah, Tony Morton had himself sent off for a stupid challenge. Savic picked up an injury. Just wasn't a great game. We did score an equaliser pretty much with the last kick of the game. Thanks to them having a player sent off in the 94th minute. So it's been a time. We haven't had any major sending offs lately that I can think of. Apart from Stepanenko getting sent off here for elbowing a player, which, not ideal, but we'll take whatever. It's fine. So for this game, where I honestly have no idea how many changes we're making, there is a few players that I'm bringing in for today's game because I'm going to rest them for. I'm going to rest them in the Honved game so they're fit to play against Arsenal, because I think winning the Europa League games just touch more important. Do I want to play? No, I'm actually going to rest Hidalgo, which was not the original plan, but is what we're going to do. Some of our players are quite tired, so we're going to start with Werner in goal, because we did play Branchig in the last game, and he was shocking. Oh my god, he was terrible. Bartik and Maputa as our wingbacks, Stepanenko and Usakov as our central defence, Kosteric and Zamorano as our central midfield, with Ivanovic and Kalsberg as our wide men, Grodem and Oriola starting up front. Mandira, he's really fallen off form. Kalsberg has an opportunity to yet again extend his goal scoring form, and win here can guarantee us the title. I'm not going to keep playing him because he's just not really doing it at the minute. So I've dropped him. He's not really gotten involved when he has played. So we're just going to keep bringing him on as a substitute. Not keep bringing him on as a substitute, but bring him on as a substitute occasionally and see what he can do. Because he just doesn't seem to be getting involved as much as I would like. And I've tried playing him in different roles as well up front. So I've played him as an advanced forward, poacher, played him as a trequartista once or twice recently. I tried him as a false nine. He is not a false nine. So he's been, we've been giving him as many opportunities as we can. And Ankara, one of our ex-players, hits the crossbar. The PEX team has quite a few of our ex-players. Suarez Nevrella, I think, is one of our ex-players. He is, but I think we only had him on loan, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, we did. Interesting to see him back, actually. He kind of came out of nowhere because he wasn't really a first-team player to begin with. It was just one of those left-backs I brought in on loan, as I did. We are living on the edge here, and Federa, I think the highlight actually started with him picking up the ball. So he's done quite well to get on the end of that. He's playing as a trequartista. Interesting. Maputa with the throw finds Kalsberg. Gets it to Maputa. Zamorano finds Oriola. Kalsberg puts it through to Grodem, and he's hit the crossbar, and it's pinged about the place. And we've won a corner, so quite lucky. The corner isn't great, but Stepanenko, you don't want a centre back being the one crossing the ball in, as generally centre backs not as good as wingers at crossing the ball. Who would have known? They've had one shot on target and they've scored. Are you shitting me? Alright, we're going attacking. What do you mean you're frustrated? We're losing against a mid-table team, and we're trying to win the league. We need to win this game to win the league. I swear to God, lads. Grodem finds Bartek, heads it clear, and now Pex, right on half time, have the ball, but Kosteric picked it up, gets it forward to Oriola, outpaces his man, goes wide, brings it back across. Ivanovic. Okay, that's fair enough. Put it in the back of the net. I'll take it. We're actually playing him as an inside forward today. And he's not doing too badly. I'm not 100% sure what to do with him, though. That's the only thing. I don't think he's an out-and-out striker. So I'm kind of considering what I want to do with him. I'm thinking he's more a central midfielder. But I did tell him I was going to play him as an advanced forward. I think I've done it like 4 times since he arrived. Oriola is not having a great game. Attila Nemeth has come on. They must have picked up an injury in that first half. Ivanovic decides to, take a wild effort from quite a distance out. Ball goes all the way back to their goalkeeper. That was if who's playing on the left. If Oriola was awake to the situation, he could have actually won the ball there. And thankfully, Stepanenko clears it. I feel like maybe playing Hidalgo would have been a better idea. Ivanovic finds Oriola. Oh, and he puts it in the back of the net. Get in. There was one player actually that I was considering. Well, I've been trying to sign for 3 years now, who just would never ever join us. He was the guy I was going to bring in if Carlsberg. Well, I was going to. Bartek really lucky not to get sent off there. Oriola puts Grodem through. Grodem. Oh, Aguirre gets a touch to it. But yeah, I was looking at signing a left winger if Carlsberg did leave him, because Carlsberg's been getting a lot of offers of late, the last couple of seasons. I kind of had my eye on a left winger from Orlando Pirates, I think it was. South African team anyway. And that was, what a strange pass by Bartek. But PSG signed him, which was infuriating because we had offers accepted on the reg. And yeah, signed for PSG. And the day he arrived, became a wonder kid. Changed his media description to wonder kid, and I was like, we could have had him. Could have had him a number of times. Like, we agreed terms with the club multiple times, but because PSG came in, we're like, yeah. So he's sitting in there. Bartek's giving away a penalty. Bartek is good going forward, not very good at defending. He's the kind of right back that I really do like. You know, can't be trusted in defence, but does the job going forward. And that's what you want. That is what you want from your player. You know, it's the guy who's going to do the job going forward. Not necessarily the best defensively. We're going to make a change because, boy howdy, we're not playing well. Carlsberg is having a poor game. I'm going to bring on Divic. And we're going to do this. Yeah. Okay, so complete forward. 2 advanced forwards. We're going to have an advanced playmaker. I think Kosric. Is Kosric the better? 14, 16, 16. 16, 16, 13. I think we put Zamorano there. Who's also very tired. Not ideal. Bartek, you are playing poorly. I'm going to bring on Vlek. I have faith in you to make the difference. Okay, I've motivated Divic, who, to be fair, did actually play quite well in the last game. Just kind of hoping that, you know, we don't draw this game, because that would not be enough. We're going to go out very attacking. We need to win this game. Navarella. Oh, he's just danced past his man. I think that was Zamorano who gets a clear. Oriola runs down the wing. Oh, how do you miss that? That was... Come on, lads. Encourage. Do a football. Have I made all my substitutions? I haven't actually, have I? No, I haven't. We're going to bring on Mandira for Grodem. Oriola to be an advanced forward. Kosric. Mazzella on attack. Zamorano. To be a box-to-box midfield. No. Do that. Complete wing back. Oh, why am I even bothering? I just noticed how long was left. I thought it was the 89th minute. I'm not happy. I am not happy. I should have played Perez. MTK beat Honved. So now it's 9 points with 3 games remaining. MTK are 20 games unbeaten. But I think they're our next league game. So, you know, we're going to end up having to pay Allianz quite an amount of money if we're not careful. I will not be resting Carlsberg. Um, so you're just not going to see us win the league in the next episode because we're going to be taking on Arsenal in the. Do we? I think we do we do both legs against Arsenal, or do we do like MTK and Arsenal? We've won the league. We've already won the league. So like it's fine. Like I said, our next game. Actually, our next game would guarantee us the league, wouldn't it? Yes, we do MTK and Arsenal in the next episode. So if you have enjoyed this, do make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.